is time to get raw. It is time to get down. It is time for the number one source of all things WWE right here in the Turnbuckle Tavern. And can you smell it? Can you smell the mania? We're here. It's WrestleMania week, Marco.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's you can definitely feel it with all the festivities. If you're searching through social media, you see the fan access, you see the Mattel setup.
Let's go.
Yeah, the feelings here, man. They're lots of bombshells too that they've been dropping on us.
Oh yeah,
probably get into it.
Yeah. So of course, I didn't really introduce ourselves. But of course, I'm J-Bone from Coming Down the Aisle, and of course, co-host here, the MVP Marco from the Chick-fil-A Show. The Young Puke will be joining us soon. I don't know what he's doing and why he's late, but he's
Hollywood on. He's going Hollywood on us.
Yeah, he's a part-timer now. It sounds like he's just a Logan Paul, you know. I mean,
nobody likes Logan Paul.
No. But yeah, he'll be joining us here shortly. I guess he wants to defend his RAWDOWN title. I don't know, but
you would think it's the most important weekend of the whole year,
right?
I mean,
this Universal title crap. Come on,
Yeah,
that's scripted. This is for real.
This is real. Yeah, this is real ramifications.
Oh man, so yeah, we're here for we're here live, and like I said, what's your kind of your excitement level right now, Marco, on Mania week?
I think I think it was tough for a lot of people, obviously, to get excited for this year's Mania with all the craziness happening and not knowing who's going to appear, what the card was going to look like. Now that we have a full picture of the card, I'm pretty pumped. I mean, like I said, just going through social media and stuff like that and seeing the fan access and like I said, the Mattel setup with the with all the figures and stuff like that, and just seeing all the superstars in different places in Hollywood and all the cool things that they're doing. They even dropped a Kevin Hart's doing the cold open for Mania weekend.
Nice. I didn't see that.
They dropped the trailer for that. So I mean, I told you guys it's WWE. They're in Hollywood. They're gonna pull out all you're gonna see some big time people show up Mania weekend. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. I mean, they pulled Kevin Hart to do the open. He's opening WrestleMania weekend. I thought at first they got rid of the Miz and he was hosting. I was like, holy shit! I was like, wow, they really that's a huge get, freaking Kevin Hart.
That is pretty big.
But even that, I think who they have last year. Did they have someone open it?
They did. I can't remember who it was. It was a pretty big time, I believe.
Yeah. So like I said, it's Hollywood. There's going to be a lot of.
Was it LL Cool J?
I think it was something like that. Yeah. Somebody. I can't remember who.
But Kevin Hart, that's a big one. That's
that's a big one. The track record. I mean, is this for War Games. We'll go back to that. Grabbing him and taking the War Pigs theme and having him actually show up on the intro of the pay-per-view. So I mean, the big pay-per-views, except for we'll leave out the Hardy stuff. Hopefully we don't see him this weekend. Only Hardy I want to see is Jeff Hardy if he shows up. That's the only Hardy we recognize. But man, I'm getting excited. I think it's starting to creep up, that Mania feeling.
I do have to say, I was pretty bummed out with this Mania card, and I'm still kind of am in some regard, but it is Mania, and I am pumped for it, so excited to see what happens, and we'll talk about it, but I'm really jazzed for this main event, I just real quick, and then I know we'll talk about it, but I really do. I was actually on the debate. That's going to be this week coming out, so make sure you tune into that. But I think this is going to be a main event we talk about for a long time. So I'm pretty stoked about it. So I think it's time we just get right into it, Marco. What say you?
I mean, there's nothing else to do, but
let's hit that. Let's grab a hold, brother.
Caller, and elbow.
Grab a hold because it's time for the picks. And yes, Puke will be here, so he'll throw out his picks as we move along.
Yep.
But Mark and I will quickly kind of rattle off some as we wait for him to get here. We'll start off with night one real quick. I'll say real quick, but we'll go through night one card and then we'll head over to night two, kind of go in order. Real quick, it was kind of a little. There was some confusion today.
Yeah,
but and I get the confusion because I was a little bit. I was like, but they didn't announce it. So, but anyway, the confusion being is they released the cards today on First Take, and on the Saturday card, if you notice, it says John Cena and Austin Theory in bigger letters.
Yeah,
and with Cena and Austin on the picture, and then night two they have Cody and Roman, same thing. So it's like, wait, then they announced that this was going to be the first one.
Yeah.
The social media was definitely confused by this.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, but it does seem like Cena and Theory will be going on first.
Yep.
Still don't know. I still think they're deciding on the main event, really, to be honest with you. I think that's partially why they did that. They know that's still a marquee match. And I think they're still deciding like what's going to be the main event. So
yeah,
but we'll get into kind of all that. But let's just start off with the men's showcase match, right? Let's get that one.
Yeah, I mean, the men's shit case match.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. I mean,
it's not. It's just there's just no story with it with these showcase matches. And I mean, and I get it. Like you had these guys perform all year, but give them some story. Yeah. That's kind of one issue I had with the Bloodline story all year is they donated so much time to it throughout the last 6 months that they just forgot about the undercard,
Yeah. Yep.
But you got Braun Strowman and Ricochet, which are not a tag team, but they're a tag team here.
Yep.
Versus the Street Profits, versus Alpha Academy, versus the Viking Raiders. Interesting match. I don't think there's anything on the line. I don't think they get a number one contenders match, right?
No.
It's just, hey, we're a bunch of tag teams. Let's put us together. What's your thoughts, Marco?
I mean, if you've been watching like SmackDown or Raw, you've known that all these teams have intersected at some point. So like the Profits and Alpha Academy, they've crossed paths. More recently, the Viking Raiders, Braun and Ricochet, because they've had a few matches for the past, maybe month or so, or maybe a couple months on not consecutively, but they've crossed paths, being in that tag division. So there is a little bit of story happening for the respective things, but not obviously not to the level of Bloodline. So I can see that. I mean, it's in the title. It's a showcase. It's just show the abilities, and they do have I think they have one of the stronger tag divisions now than they did like a year ago with the tag teams that they have.
True. Very true.
So I mean, they still room for improvement. But if you're watching NXT, you see all those. There's a ton of tag teams that can move up to the main roster and still have a pretty strong tag division. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to turn my head in disgust while the match is on. I'm going to watch it. Right. But am I excited for it? Not really. But like I said, I'll watch it.
Yeah. So let's get into the picks real quick. What do you got for this?
All right. I want to go with Alpha Academy, but I think I'm going to go with the Profits.
The Profits are rising here.
Yeah, the Profits are up.
Okay.
And if they don't win, I mean, hopefully they don't plant any seeds, but I think Montez, I think they're going to kind of skyrocket him a little bit more. And Dawkins is going to be he's just going to kind of ride the coattails a little bit, but I don't see the Profits losing just because of Montez, him being the star that he is.
Yeah, and look, I agree with you that makes sense. But a lot of times with these this booking sometimes in WWE. They like to just randomly throw a wrench into the system. It's kind of confusing sometimes. But I'm going to go with the Viking Raiders here.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to go with my pick. I mean, I do. Of course, I'd love the Profits. I really think they should have been tag team champions a long time ago. I think they should have been tag team champions already, to be honest with you. I think they should have beat Usos way back when. But, of course, they're not. And I don't – obviously, with this whole Otis potentially, he's drawn away from Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable is going to be off on his own. Something's going to happen with Otis. He's not going to show up, or he's going to cost them the match. And I can just see the Viking Raiders, flatlining him, lack of a better word.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Viking Raiders. Who do you got making the who's going to be on the pinfall?
Who's going to eat
the pin? Yeah, who's going to
eat the pin?
Yeah,
man. Let me think. I'm going to go. If I'm picking the Profits, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Gable.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm going to go with Gable as well too. And so so we'll see what the young puke picks here, but yeah, I think that's a pretty fair adjustment. I think Otis will be off, playing supermodel and lose the attention, and leaving poor Gable to eat the pin. So, so that's the first match there. Let's see. Let's go with the women's trios match. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish taking on Damage Control. This one's interesting because, of course, Lita and Becky are tag champs, but the tag championships are not on the line here.
Nope.
And I think Damage Control needs a win here. So I think I'll go ahead and start us off real quick. I think this one's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I still think I'm gonna go with Becky, Lita, and Trish.
Okay.
Just because that's the star power. That's what they're gonna want to go with here. I don't see Damage Control needs a win, but I can't see them in victory here at the end of the night, at the end of this match. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with as I call them, BLT. I'm gonna go with
that's hilarious.
I'm gonna go with BLT for the for the win. You're right. I was this one I was kind of tennis balling back and forth. I was gonna go with Damage Control because, like you said, they do need the win. But then, you kind of took the thoughts right out of my head. The fanfare of WrestleMania, the star power. I don't see Lita or Trish getting pinned, or even Becky being pinned by anybody. If anything, it ends up in a disqualification somehow, and
that'd be terrible.
But other than that, if it's going to be a clean win, it's going to be BLT is going to win.
BLT. I love it. That's the name. That's the name.
And BLTs are delicious.
They are great.
Take what you want.
What a great sandwich. So who do you think will get the pin here?
Who will get the pin
or get the win?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Trish. I think Trish is gonna get the victory. Yeah, the Stratusfaction is gonna get the victory, probably over Bailey.
Okay. You want to do that? Who?
I mean, if you want,
let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
So you got
Trish, Pin, and Bailey.
Bailey. Okay. I'm gonna go Becky pinning Dakota Kai.
Okay, I like that.
Actually submitting her, putting them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Give me a little submish there. So Becky on Kai.
Okay. All right.
All right. So that takes care of that match. What? Just real quick while we're waiting for the young puke to get on, he should be on shortly here. What do you kind of see with the tag championship going forward?
The women's tag championship. Man, I'm see that's why I was hoping it was a tag team match.
Right.
I kind of said this on the Chick Foley show. If you listen today, we talked about it a little bit. I wished it was a tag team match for the championships, and then you had Bayley and Trish as like the managers on the outside and playing fair. And so that way, I'm not sure how far Lita and Becky are gonna go with the titles, but if the plan isn't to have them as long reigning champs, you can kind of do some tomfoolery during that Mania match and get the belts back on Damage Control. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure how long Lita's going to be around.
Right, that's the issue. But you do have an opportunity to really build this division. I think with these two as champions.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I mean, they could kind of. I don't want to say run roughshod because that's not really building division, but you can really get at least start gathering some teams. Not just randomly throwing throwing darts at some pictures like a lethal lottery or something like that. The lethal lottery. I think you have an opportunity to really build this. So you do a couple call ups maybe.
Yeah.
Something along those lines to really build this. What's that team? Alba Fire and Isla Dawn or something like that. In NXT. That would be, you could kind of build them up. And because whoever wins or beats Becky and Lita, that's a pretty important deal. That could really get them over.
Yeah.
So then you can really start trying to build the division again. So I don't know. We'll see. But my hopes are very little that'll happen. So
yeah. Agreed.
Let's see here. Interesting card though, really for Saturday and Sunday. I think Saturday is probably more stacked. I'm just kind of looking at it, but
yeah, a lot of people are saying that. If you notice, before we move on, night 1 has 7 matches. Night 2 is only 6. So I'm guessing if people are thinking of somebody like Stone Cold is in a show. Probably reserving that extra space for a Stone Cold and LA Knight, as it's rumored.
We got something here. The young puke is here.
You even did the static. I'm surprised you're improving, J-Bone.
Yeah, your mic sucks, though. Turn your mic on, pal.
Does it suck? Hold on.
Yeah, it does. Much like you, it sucks.
What? Hold on.
Pal, this is great. This is great audio. Anyways, we're gonna keep on going on here.
Does it sound any better?
It sounds better. Yes.
All right. There we go. What did I?
Well, come see, come saw. Talk again. Talk again.
Hello.
As you got food in
your mouth. I know, right?
I didn't eat all day. I have dry pasta that I'm eating for dinner. What are we talking about? It's WrestleMania season. Let's go.
Well, we're talking about that there's 6 matches on Sunday versus 7 right now. So we're trying to figure that out. And you're still very echoey, but we're gonna still go with it.
Am I echoey? What the fuck? Oh, my mic is backwards. Maybe that.
There it is.
There it is.
Wow.
All right. And we're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
So, anyways,
Amateur hour.
Marco was floating an idea with Sunday night. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, so I was basically saying if you look at the card, it's 7 matches on night 1, which we were just talking about. Like, they're comparing the 2 cards. A lot of people on social media are leaning more towards night 1. They say it's more of a stack card. But night 2 only has 6 matches, which leads me to believe that the main event's going to go extremely long. Not extremely long, but it's going to be a long match. Or B, they're reserving some of that time for a interaction with what? Yeah. So that's the rumor is Stone Cold and LA Knight might have a little segment on at WrestleMania, and I'm assuming it's going to be Sunday. If that's what? Exactly. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a full blown match like last year. I think it's going to be like a what? Yeah, back and forth, and then stunner. Maybe throw a few punches, stunner, drink some beers, and then see you later. That type of thing. If anything, but I'm assuming they're using that time for the main event.
I don't really need to see Stone Cold at this stage.
I don't either, but
y'all are crazy.
It's Stone Cold. I love
if it's Stone Cold, it'll be cool with the what and the yeah. That's
fine. Happen. That's all I need.
But I do think that spot would be better served for a Randy Orton return.
No, you put that on Monday.
See, I think that's happening Monday. Yeah.
You see, I think it's happening Monday too, but I saw recently that Orton, when he said that he missed WrestleMania 32, that was the Mania that everyone was injured. When he missed Mania 32, that ate him alive because he was so mad that he missed a WrestleMania, and he said that he never wanted to miss a Mania again, and he's been consistent on every Mania ever since then. Yeah. So I think it could get, and Orton is as over as he's ever been. His reactions that he gets are huge. Yeah. So I think it would be a huge reaction for him to come out, do a little, at least get a good baby face moment, RKO, LA Knight, and then the next night on Raw, when whoever the Universal Champion is holding up those titles, he RKOs him. And that's your first.
I think we should do as long as he comes out of the Burning My Light, I'm good with it. So
nothing you can say.
He's gonna be setting up because he's Mr. Backlash, so he's gonna be setting up. He's gonna be setting his Backlash.
Fucking spot on.
Spot on analysis from the Bone Ski.
I've got some other takes on Backlash in a little bit, but when we get to that match, we'll get to that match. Have we talked about any matches so far?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Real quick. So give me your pick for your showcase, the male showcase match.
I'm going with Alpha Academy on this one because I think that they need a good win.
That's a wrong answer.
Right. I mean, the obvious pick is Braun and Ricochet, I feel like.
Nope, that's the wrong answer too.
No. The Street Profits?
Yeah. So Marco's got the Profits. I got Viking Raiders, actually.
Yeah.
The Viking Raiders?
It's in
the building.
It's going to be one of those two.
I'm giving it to Alpha Academy, and I think after that win, we'll see what happens with the maximum male models.
Okay, well, who eats the pin then, Mr. Young Cute Champion?
Who eats the pin? I will say that let's make things interesting. I'm going to say that Angelo Dawkins takes the pin, and that is going to be the split of the Street Profits.
Okay, so we actually have Gable eating the pin. So.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, because, Gable brought up a good point.
Otis is going to get distracted.
He's going to get distracted during the match. It's happening. You're not seeing it.
Somebody's going to be like, ooh, squirrel. He's like, what?
Yeah. What's her name? Maxine.
Yeah.
Dupree. Yeah, she's going to show up and he's going to get distracted and leave Gable to fend for himself.
And that's going to cause Eric to squash Gable and he's going to get the pin.
Or Dawkins to squash or Montez.
Whatever.
Montez, crazy frog splash.
Eric. Like Ivar I could get behind, but
it's Eric with a K, so
true.
It's very Scandinavian. It's very, very Scandinavian of them.
We also have the 6-woman tag. Who do you have for that?
So I thought about this one, and I'm going with Damage Control because I think
again.
But hear me out. I think Damage Control really needs a victory. Like, if they don't win this match, they are completely done. Just get rid of all of them.
We said that.
Which is probably going to happen.
That's why I think that they will give the win to Damage Control. Big stage. You know, it was Triple H's creation to bring all them back together. But I think the way that you do it, I still think it was very weird how Trish Stratus just comes back and she's kind of just been this third wheel with Becky and Lita as the tag champs. I think Trish turns her back and costs the victory for the baby faces, which leads to a heel Trish Stratus. And we get Trish versus Becky Lynch at some point in the future.
Okay. I can see that. All right.
Okay. That's
okay. All right, that's intriguing.
I'm packing the punch with these predictions.
We already made our predictions. I'm not changing them. But,
you could see the vision. I can see
it. But I'll give you that, young puke.
The way Becky Lynch flamed the shit out of Damage Control on Monday, I don't see them making it past WrestleMania at all.
However, listen to the Titantron this week, because one of my co-hosts, Tyler, he makes a fascinating pick.
What a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's a great predictor. I don't think it would happen because it's like too good for WWE, but just listen to what he says. And it makes sense with what's going on social media, a lot of these promos. Some things tie in.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So who Becky eats the pin?
Yeah, Becky eats the pin.
Who gives the pin?
Bailey.
Bailey on Becca.
Bailey on Becky.
All right. Cool. That works. All right. So I guess I'm going to continue driving the ship here, young Anthony.
Go ahead.
While you're eating your dry ass pasta.
It's dry, but it's good.
Just make sure you drink some water with that.
All right. I gotta go get water. Anyways, continue.
All right. Well, real quick, let's go father-son match here.
Ray and Dom.
Booyaka! Rey Mysterio versus Prison Dom. This is a very intriguing match for me. I've been very excited about this match. This is one of my hot 4 picks. Hot 4 matches are here for this entire card. Marco, who do you got for this one?
Oh man. I don't think it's a passing of the torch match. I mean, people need to stop saying it's a passing of the torch type of deal. It's a blood feud match. It's the first of, I'm not sure if there's going to be many, where Ray was kind of reluctant to actually have this match with his son. I don't see there being it's going to be like a trilogy at all. But I got Prison Dom taking the win over Papa Ray.
Yeah. Well,
cheating anyway, not clean.
Right.
He's gonna cheat to win.
No, well, I mean that's no father would do that. So, which by the way, WWE, I love that they're embracing that history so much, because WWE has a kind of a way to kind of let's shy away from the past, especially something that's semi-controversial. You know, I mean, you got like a Maury Povich situation on WWE TV.
Yeah.
But they're really embracing it, and I'm loving it. So I'll go ahead and go ahead and get here. So I don't know. I was pretty convinced they would do maybe career on the line, but I think there's going to be a lot of story added to this match with the Hall of Fame tomorrow night.
Yep.
I feel like something like that's going to happen where Ray's going to be asked to put the mask, or he's going to be coerced to put the mask on the line or something along those lines. But I do see your point, Marco. I mean, this could be like a feud. I think you could probably find ways to book this at least till SummerSlam. You know, I mean, they've done a good job now. I'm still going to go ahead and go with Dom though, and he's gonna beat Papa Ray.
I'm also going with Dom. It's the safe pick. However, I mentioned Backlash before, and this is where I kind of tie it together. I wouldn't be surprised if Ray wins here to get a big final WrestleMania match victory. And I think it's pretty interesting how there was never the mask on the line type of stipulation here. I could totally see them doing it at Backlash because if you remember, Backlash is in Puerto Rico, and what better place for Rey Mysterio to finally hang up the mask than at that show? I think it would be a very fitting.
He's from Mexico, though, not Puerto Rico.
First of all, he's from San Diego, California. Let's get it straight.
Well, he's of Mexican heritage,
right? And you're never going to see a pay-per-view in Mexico. So I mean,
well, not with that attitude, you're not.
Exactly. You don't know what the new buyers have in store. You don't know that.
Hey, let's go. Let's have a show in Tijuana right next to the Donkey Show. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, buddy.
But I think it could be a nice. If they wanted to do a retirement, you could do it there.
Yeah.
Or just, they are in California. And I'm sitting here saying, that's where Ray is from, San Diego.
Not the 619, though.
Not the 619, but it's close enough. It's in that state. So do you think it's going to be the mask on the line?
I really felt like they were going that way at some point, but I don't think so now.
I think you have to build to it more.
Yeah.
Too late.
I think it depends on what happens with his Hall of Fame speech. I really think I could see where he does something completely dastardly, but my issue is, and this is going on a whole other thing, kind of a weak Hall of Fame, to be honest with you. So, I don't know how much story they really want to bring into this. They just want to feature, just have like a regular Hall of Fame. It does have a good opportunity, but you have a weak Hall of Fame. You've got Great Muta, and I don't know I know Chad's probably he's completely pissed off right now. But let's face it.
The WWE Hall of Fame, bud.
Yeah. Let's face it. I know he did a lot for wrestling. Don't get me wrong. I get that, but it's the Great Muta. He's never been in WWE. Then you got Andy Kaufman, which I love the pick of Andy Kaufman, but who's going to induct him?
Jerry. Probably Jerry.
Yeah, probably Jerry Lawler.
Who's going to be the recipient, should I say? Is it going to be some family member?
They usually do like the family of Andy Kaufman.
I don't know.
I don't think there's any like living members, though, is there?
That's a good point.
And then you have Stacy Keibler. She's got legs. But anyways,
probably
it's just a weak class, and I don't see them like I could be wrong, but I don't know if they're going to take away that from that moment too much. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on that.
We'll see.
So everybody's got Dom for this. Let's go to the tag team championship match.
Ooh! Wow! Jeez.
I personally don't think this will be will not be the main event. I think it will be kind of sandwiched in the night. Not trying to say it's going to be buried in the card or anything like that, but I think it'll be like, after it could be after the showcase match to kind of get everybody back up and going. Again, excited again. Usos versus Sami Zayn, KO. Who we got?
This is the big one.
I do find this interesting that they decided to put this on night 1. I was really kind of expecting this maybe to open up night 2. And like you could then kind of go talk about like Roman just freaking out, like, oh my God, they lost the titles, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Not my story.
But now that it's night 1, it kind of changes things. Like, will they lose the titles now? Even I don't know.
I'm going with Sammy and KO on this one. I feel like you have to. I was I was up here saying for the longest time, Sami versus Roman has to happen at WrestleMania because Sami was so hot at the time. I mean, he's still hot. He's a good-looking guy.
He's a hot guy.
He's a hot guy. He was so over at the time that it was like, how could you even think? Like, how are they going to take Sami and Roman, take the fans away from that, and bring it to Cody and Roman? And the whole thing kind of just meshed well perfectly. Like, everything that happened with Jay turning on Sami and then KO getting involved, every single moment felt like a big story to the point where this has to main event night 1, but I know that it won't. So with all that out of the way, I do think that Sami and KO are going to win just because they have to. If they don't, and this is going to be my same argument for Roman and Cody. It's that if they don't beat the Usos, then nobody has a chance at beating the Usos. They've had the Street Profits, they've had the New Day, they've had RK Bro. This is the only chance that you have on taking those titles off of the Usos and putting them on viable contenders, unless FTR come over, which we won't get into that.
That's not happening, pal.
Which is not going to happen. But yeah, you kind of have to put it on Sami and KO, and I would be very happy with that happening.
Don't forget I was going to say, don't forget you still have Backlash. They could still have a match at Backlash and win.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same.
I know, but for storyline purposes, I think, I think you just do it at the next pay-per-view.
So you got Usos?
So I'm gonna go with the Usos.
Oh, baby!
For my storyline, only for me because I kind of like what did I say last week? I kind of didn't want to give it away a little bit, but in my storyline, because we kind of established that Jay is the he's like kind of like the rebel of the bloodline, right? Sami acknowledged him as the tribal chief at one point. A lot of people have been doing that. Logan Paul acknowledged him as the tribal chief. Remember that whole which one is a tribal chief? Is it you, Roman, or is it Jay? I think the Usos retaining, and I'll give a future prediction. Roman Reigns losing kind of flips the tides on the bloodline. And it kind of falls into what Cody Rhodes said about, you have to wake up the next morning and Jay's going to leave you, and Jimmy's going to leave you, and Solo's going to leave you. Because if they're still champions and they still have the power, why do they need Roman Reigns as their leader anymore? That's my storyline anyway. That's what I'm going to go with.
I am going to agree with the young puke on this one. I think Sami, you got to give the win to Sami here. I mean, he's been your hottest commodity for the last 6 months. The fans and KO too, for that matter. Let's not forget about KO. KO has been just as over. And that with that promo that happened was it last week or a couple weeks ago, something, where KO says, "Oh, they love you," as they were chanting Sami. And the crowd start chanting KO, KO, KO.
Yeah.
I think that was very telling on that. So, I am going to say that Sami and KO win this, and it'll also allow KO and
to be a Grand Slam champ.
Yeah, and Sami's never been a tag champ either, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So,
only I think IC is the only one he's had so far.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. So, Sami, KO, new tag team champions.
Ooh, KO would be a Grand Slam champion with the tag titles. Wow.
Yep.
Wait, do they count it like you have to win the WWE title? Because in that case,
it's World Heavyweight. It's like a championship title.
They have convoluted. They've completely muddied.
It's basically big title, mid card title, tag title, and that's how you get a Grand Slam, pretty much.
Yeah, they'll give it to him.
You have to have all the main titles at one point. It doesn't matter if it was a WWE championship or not.
Okay,
he was a top guy.
Yeah,
for a hot minute.
He was a top guy. Yeah, what a top guy.
Top guy out.
All right. Next match.
Next
What do
match.
we
Let's
got?
see here. Okay, let's talk women's championship match. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea
Ripley.
Rhea.
Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. Let's back it up because we haven't talked about Cena Austin Theory. Let's go Cena Austin Theory real quick.
Theory. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Theory. I mean, I don't like this match at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
I was trying to hype myself up about it. I'm just.
It just goes back to that scene. Cena really killed this match for me. I'll be honest.
And not, you know what? Not even that. He showed what he pretty much spoke the truth. That promo last week was awful. That awesome thing. Like he
Oh
can't.
yeah, that was
He
very
can't.
bad.
Like
that's fine, but I mean, don't point out you don't point out, you accentuate the positives. You don't accentuate
it's
the
not the
negatives.
positive about him.
I know.
What's positive?
No, there's some positive about Theory. I mean, he
comes to work.
Yeah, he has a nice beard.
I mean, he's a good worker. I mean, he's a good hand. He's a good kid. I don't know, but I just. I mean, I just got a lot of. I got a lot of issues with Cena right now. I'm a Cena hater for sure,
Oh,
man.
damn.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a half hot. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, but I'm gonna go Theory.
Newberry.
Yeah, well, I want Theory to go out there and kick his ass now.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah,
That's
Give him
the
an ass
problem.
whooping.
Yeah, that's the problem because Theory, that's backwards psychology because Theory is the heel. He's the one that's supposed to get the ass beating.
yeah.
But I want Cena to get the ass beating now.
Dude, that promo was like that he did on Raw was like a you're too late to respond type of thing. Like he responded to everything that John Cena said, but a week later,
It was
man, I should have said this.
It's like George Costanza when he
Yeah.
goes, jerk store is his comeback.
Yeah,
That's what I should have said.
Literally what it was. Yeah, it was bad.
The jerk store called and they're running out of you.
He was literally Costanza a week later with his response. That's literally what it was. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, dude, you just responded back to literally. You literally had to watch his promo, then come back and answer back to That's what Cena kind of pointed it out, dude. I hated that he pointed it out, but Austin Theory is not ready or good. He's good in the ring, but as far as a character, I mean, I don't care about him.
He's got to work on it. I mean, he's still young.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Excuse me. Cena wasn't great when he was real young. When he was the prototype, and it wasn't until the rap gimmick stuff that he started getting over a little bit.
So Theory needs
even the beginning of the rap gimmick when he was with Bull Buchanan, it sucked. I mean, jeez. Anyways,
yeah, Theory's a winner. That's what I'm going with. He's gonna kick the shit out of Cena.
So triple theory here.
Hell no, I'm going with motherfucking John Cena, baby.
God.
I don't care. Listen, Theory, he'll get there, right? He's very young still. Whatever. I agree with you. I don't give a fuck about this match at all. I thought, maybe we would get one more Cena appearance on the road to Mania. And maybe they'll do something tomorrow because he has to be in town by tomorrow, right? He's competing on Saturday.
Maybe.
But if they don't, I could care less. Give the title to Cena, let him be US champ, and carry it around to fucking Hollywood movie premieres because that is fantastic to me. I just want to see Cena with a title again.
If they do that, they could be your start for heel Cena.
Sure,
yeah, it could be.
Might as well.
I'd be down for that. Bro. If it gets us to heel Cena, that'd be great.
Even if it's a baby face. If we just go back to John Cena US Open Challenge. John Cena, I'm fine with that.
Just fuck that.
I'm tired of
doing that.
I'm tired of the theory. Like,
no, give me more theory if we're going to do that.
Comparisons to John Cena. I'm done with this. Just give it to Cena and find something that works for Theory, because he is just becoming another generic heel. The selfies were working better than what's going on with Theory right now. So readjust, figure out what's going on. Give him a rap gimmick if you have to, and give the U.S. title to John Cena, because I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm done with you right now. I think
I'm
done
with myself. It's a personality, dude. That's all. He just doesn't have a personality. Like,
that's because he's supposed to be the heel. You're not supposed to like him.
Well, even as a heel, you got to have some type of, like, something that pours out of you that, like, you can grasp onto as a heel. He doesn't even have that. Like, I don't care about him as a heel.
When the empty arena, when he's sitting there, yeah, you know what? I'm the future.
Yeah, it's like you.
I would rather you drop Nikki Bella jokes than, oh, you got a bald spot, John.
Yeah, like J-Bone, you're right. You definitely, like, you're supposed to hate him, but I don't even hate him as a heel. Like, I don't even care. That's the thing. Like, I don't like you're supposed to care either way. Like, you're supposed to like hate him if they're a heel, love him if they're a face. I just don't care at all. Like, he's no personality.
He reminds me of someone that owns a dispensary in Colorado. Let that be him as a gimmick.
And here comes Austin Theory, the holder of the dispensary in Colorado.
420 blazing.
Yeah, he's bad, dude. Like, when he was trying to, like, make it fun of the Profits when they didn't have a WrestleMania match at the moment. He's like, oh, where you going to be? Oh, you're not going to be at WrestleMania. It's like, dude, that doesn't even. You can see, like, Montez Ford just stand there staring at him like, dude, you're an idiot. I'll roast you right now if I could, but I'm gonna let you get your little promo off right now. But yeah, no, he's bad, dude. Like, I don't hate him as a heel. I don't like him as a face. Like, you want to care about something, you just don't. Cena was right, dude. He wasn't wrong. As much as that,
he wasn't wrong, but
he wasn't wrong.
He didn't have to say it.
Nobody cares. That's all I could think about in my head was Cena going, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, and he's right.
All right.
Give the title to Cena, baby.
No, that's not happening. But all right. Yeah. Next match: Seth freaking Rollins versus the internet sensation Logan Paul.
Jason Sensation.
I'm not a nugget. This one's tough for me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I was split 50-50 on this one.
Yeah, this one could be interesting for us. Young Puke, who you got?
Like I said, this is a tough one to predict because either man really shouldn't be taking another loss. Like, for Logan, his last match was against Roman. Yes, he proved himself as a star, but you can't have him lose again, because then he would be going 1-3 in his wrestling career. Oh, no. Sorry. 2-2 in his wrestling career. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Seth Rollins lost pretty much every big feud in 2022. Riddle, Cody, you name it. He lost everything. Is he that type of guy that can take those losses and still be strong from it? Yes. But to what point can you do that? So that's why I'm going with Seth to win this one. It's going to be a good match. I think this will be this is a dark horse for match of the night, maybe match of the weekend. I'm going to give it to Seth. I think he just needs a good win, because if he doesn't win here, his last Mania win was against Brock at 35, which is a long time. That was before the pandemic.
A long, long time ago.
I can still remember. Rollins did the stomp.
I thought me and Paul Heyman were... all right. So, like I said, this is tough for me. This is 50-50 as well. And I have to think about it like this. Like, who's going to be there on Monday, April 3rd? Logan Paul's not going to really. I mean, he may make a appearance, but he's not going to really be there as far as wrestling or continuing any storylines, right? Seth will. And I really think you have to give it to Seth here. 2-2 is not a bad start, especially when you're Logan Paul. He's, for lack of a better word, if you're talking about in a kayfabe here, he's like an amateur, right? Just like how he's an amateur boxer. He's an amateur wrestler, right? He's just a celebrity that's really happens to be really good at wrestling. That's kind of his character. So it's okay if he loses to one of the best out there. So that's how I've kind of positioned this in my head, and I really do think Seth needs him to win more here. So I'm going to go Seth.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seth as well. Plus, not even rumors, Logan Paul saying that WrestleMania is his last match for his contract after Mania, his contract's up with WWE. So
I don't believe that for a minute.
I mean,
no. Yeah. He's coming back.
He might resign again. His contract could be ending. He didn't say he resigned or not, but that could be a possibility that his contract is ending and that like he fulfilled his like match clause or whatever. That's a possibility.
Yeah. But I just can't see him like calling it quits here. That would be the most disappointing career of all time.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's definitely losing. I don't think he's winning this match.
Yeah. Okay, cool deal. Let's talk about this last card of the night, last match of this night, night one, and then we'll quickly get into night two. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Who we got? Marco.
Yeah, this is another hard one. Going back and forth definitely with this one. Do you split up the Judgment Day by having Rhea Ripley win and moving over to SmackDown? That's the thing I've been trying to fight with. Do you move the whole Judgment Day over to SmackDown at this point? So I'm going with her losing. I'm going with Charlotte retaining. I think Rhea flips out, does whatever, and then we finally. I'm gonna flash forward. Bianca retains as well. Asuka does not win, and then we finally get Rhea and Bianca as the two main stars of Raw going back and forth for the title. That's what I'm going with. Unless they pull a rematch at Backlash with Rhea and Charlotte, but I'm going with Rhea losing to keep Judgment Day together. Because if she wins the title, she has to go to SmackDown, and then everyone else is on. That will completely destroy Judgment Day because she's pretty much like one of the main components of Judgment Day. So I don't see Judgment Day moving over to SmackDown like the whole group. Personally.
Okay,
that's what I'm going by.
Young Puke, who you got?
I'm going Rhea on this one. I also agree. It's confusing what happens with Judgment Day from here. Like, do you put all of them on SmackDown? Do you just put Rhea on SmackDown? Because I don't want them to flip-flop between the brands. But I think you're just at that point where if you don't put the title on Rhea, you're in big trouble, mister. Charlotte, 14 now she has? 14 title reigns? She doesn't need another win. If you let her win here, you have the same problem that you had with Rhea in 2020 when she lost at Mania 36. You have the same problem with Asuka in Mania 34. Is it just tied to Charlotte just winning all the time? Probably. But you're at the point where you have someone who's right there to be your next top woman star who's not in the 4 horsewomen. And all you need is just that one big victory to put her over the edge. And if it's going to be in the main event of WrestleMania, like, you're not going to end night one with Charlotte holding the title. You just can't. So I'm going to give it to Rhea. And then from there, they just got to figure it out with the Judgment Day.
I think it's pretty simple fix, actually. It could be potential simple fix, actually, with the whole Judgment Day mess. I am going with Rhea, by the way. I think what you could eventually do, I mean, you could do it at Backlash. I don't really see them doing this, but maybe like Money in the Bank. you combine the titles, have a super match with Bianca and Rhea, and that way you can flip flop, between the brands.
I don't see them doing that with those titles.
Seeing giving one women's championship. So I personally would like to see it because the whole Raw SmackDown stuff, it's muddy. It muddies everything up too much, especially when you've already got one title, men's title, and one tag title. Now, of course, if they're going to separate the titles, that's a whole nother deal there. But let's go old school. Like, hey, I have one champion. They got to work both shows. You want to be champion? That's what it's about, right? You gotta make the dates. So I think, and you could do it where Judgment Day appears on SmackDown every once in a while, or you could just have it where maybe just Dom goes over there, because Dom just didn't her and Dom together are fine, and you could still have the Judgment Day together as a group. They're just running roughshod over both brands. So I think it's a pretty easy fix, but yeah, I'm going Rhea. So all right, let's quickly get into, because we're getting kind of short of time. I want to make sure we get enough time for Roman and Cody. We're going to just knock out a couple of these real quick. So we're going to go head over to night 2. Start off with the women's showcase match. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. This is like lethal lottery right here. Talking about Dusty Rhodes was back there, baby. He said, "Let me get one of them lottery cages, baby. Everybody named one of those special balls, and we're gonna turn that wheel, baby, and we're gonna take a ball and we're gonna pick a name in the hat, baby." All right, sorry, that's enough of that. Who we got for this? Do we care?
Well,
this could be a good tiebreaker match. But
I don't.
I'm gonna go. I'll start. I'm gonna go Ronda Shayna.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome. That's it. Wow, great.
I'm with you.
That's all I got.
Yeah, same here.
Ronda Shayna across the board. Okay, so
yeah. I was gonna go with the complaint department, but yeah, I'm gonna go Ronda Shayna.
It'd be a good potential feud. Start again like we were saying earlier, kind of build the women's division, the women's tag division up. I mean, that could be somebody that could potentially take the titles off of Lita and Becky.
Yeah,
it makes sense. But I think I've already said too much about this match. Next match. Speaking too long about a match. Brock versus Omos, a wrestler. Who we got?
Well, before, I know that we don't want to speak too much on this, but I have been seeing a report that if Brock wins, it's an indication that he's signing one more year for a 5-match contract, and that's going to be his final year. But if he loses here, that's indication that he might be calling it quits very soon, and this might be one of his last matches. So I just wanted to throw that out there. This makes this a little bit more interesting just on the status of Brock.
Yep.
You have Brock lose. This is going to hurt his legacy. I mean, come on.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
Come on. A 3-minute match
against fucking Frankenstein? Okay, get out of here. Okay.
I don't think it's going to hurt his legacy. If anything, it's going to help Omos's to an extent.
No. Omos isn't a little dude. He's a big ass dude.
So that's all he's got. He's just a big ass dude.
I've been saying this, and I'm going to say it again. Not to compare, Omos to a legend, but Omos is the same age that the Undertaker was.
I heard this. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah.
Omos is the same age that the Undertaker was when the streak started. Right. If there's ever a time to start pushing somebody, it's around that 27, 28 age range. I'm not saying Omos is going undefeated at Mania. I think he's already lost. It doesn't even,
So I'm 36 years old, so you're telling me I have a chance?
If you keep training and taking your vitamins and saying your prayers, maybe. College J-Bone would be a world champion.
Oh my God, College J-Bone would be running the world. The world would be on fire.
But
and then,
this is the time that you push someone like Omos, and I think it's telling that they're putting him against Brock. I mean, they could have put Brock against anyone. Let's be honest. But the fact that Brock picked Omos and they're going forward with it at WrestleMania, it's telling that they want something out of Omos.
Yeah, you
maybe it's the Hurt Business. Maybe it's just an Omos push going forward. Who knows? But I'm going Brock. There's no reason for Brock to lose this match. I think just being in the ring with Brock is going to help Omos.
You said you're going with who? You going with?
Brock.
Brock. Jordan brought up a good point on the show.
That's rare.
Where he said, "Oh man, he's gonna kill you."
That's fine.
Jordan's gonna kill you now. But he brought up a good point with that the old when someone gets over on you a few times and the match comes up, that person ends up winning. So you had Omos getting over on Brock the past couple of weeks, and then now the match is coming up. And Brock's supposed to get his just dues, as they like to say. I forget, who did we pick last night to win? I think we picked Brock. I'm going with Brock. I think I'm gonna go with Brock will win. You'll get the moments. You get the F5 by Omos. You'll get whatever's coming. The only way Omos would win is not a pinning 1, 2, 3, but maybe if he makes Brock Lesnar pass out, he chokes him out or something like that. That's the only way. But I don't see that happening.
I would much rather see the female showcase than this fucking match. That's how much
about this. Yeah, Brock wins.
What if Omos and it's not going to happen. What if Omos just completely jobs out Brock? Annihilate.
Yeah. What if they do a John Cena SummerSlam thing when I remember Brock just Suplex City for 15 minutes straight and then the match is over? What if that happens?
That would be terrible. It's a lose-lose situation for me. So
it's just the irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
All right, let's cleanse the palate. Let's talk about a good match here. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus.
Gunther.
Excuse me, Walter versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus.
Gunther.
For the Intercontinental Championship.
The Intercontinental Champion, Gunther.
This is another hard one to pick.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Not a tough one at all.
I mean, I think I could see probably what's gonna happen, but you got a former WWE champion there. I think this is gonna be a hell of a match.
It's a moment.
It's a moment.
This is a moment.
I'm glad they're doing this as a triple threat, not just straight up rematch Drew versus Sheamus. Excuse me, Walter versus Sheamus. And
get with the time, bud.
So who I'll start off. I'll start off. I'm gonna go with Walter.
Okay. Any reason?
I think
keep the streak going.
Yeah, I think WWE's about these fucking damn streaks. So let's keep it rolling, and maybe it'll add some prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. Well, I mean, it will add some prestige, but
it's still. I mean, I think he's already done that.
I think it's more about the matches he has. It's not about how long he's had the belt.
Yeah,
for me, but So Walter.
I'm gonna go with Gunther to win this.
Walter.
One.
Okay, cool.
How long is the longest reigning IC champion?
Honky Tonk Man.
For how long?
434 days or something. Hold on.
How far has Gunther gotten?
I can't wait till fucking Roman loses so we can stop this.
Thank you, please.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I want Gunther to be the longest reigning IC champ. Actually, no, I don't, because I want Gunther to fight for the world title.
Damn, I was real close.
That's why I'm a little torn on if I really want Gunther to win here or if you just give it to Sheamus and let him be the grand champion so we can all stop talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you already did my pick. I'm going with Sheamus. He's going to win. He's going to pin Drew McIntyre. That saves Gunther from being pinned or harmed in a loss. That's why they made it a triple. That's why they made it a triple threat match. So Gunther doesn't get a pin. You can pin Drew McIntyre and fucking it saves Gunther. He didn't get pinned. He mentioned it on SmackDown. He's like, you made a match, so if I don't even have to get pinned to lose. Yeah, he's gonna fucking lose, dude.
Did you see him throw that fucking table on SmackDown and almost wiped out the entire front row?
Yeah, I see that.
That was the greatest moment of the entire year so far. Fuck Kenny versus Vikingo. Give me Gunther just throwing those tables around.
Gunther threw a trident. I threw a trident, yeah. Brick almost killed a guy.
All right, Walter, he is his reign is at 290 days actually. Just tied. He just tied Bret Hart. Actually,
yeah, he's getting there. Give me 3. He can do 3 more months easily.
Honky. Well, hold on, not 3 months, pal. Honky Tonk I was close.
Yeah,
454 days. I was close.
Yeah.
I said
okay, that's like all right. 5 months. Give me 5 more months.
Okay,
that's not happening. But Grand Slam champ Sheamus, he'll finally make that WrestleMania moment happen for him.
I'll tell you what.
It's all about moments. Don't forget, guys.
Grandpa Wayne's gonna be pissed though. Wayne's gonna be mad. He's not gonna be happy with this. So you got Sheamus.
Yep. Shaboos.
Who do you have, Young Puke?
The Intercontinental Champion Gunther.
Okay, Walter, got it.
It's Gunther, bud, and it's also Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Don't get it wrong. If you could name me
that I'm good with.
If you could name me the original names of Ludwig and Giovanni,
Fabian Eichner
show right now.
And Fabian Eichner is Giovanni Vinci, and I don't know who Kaiser's.
Looks like I'm going to stick around here for a little bit.
Who is
All right, next match. Here we go.
What is it?
It's Marcel Barthel.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that was an awful name.
Yeah, that's awful.
You know what else is awful? Walter.
Walter's great.
Walter's
Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah, I like saying Gunther.
Do I need to pull up our reactions to finding out it was Gunther?
Yeah.
No, that reaction was to Gunther Stark. All right. Gunther has a nice girth to it.
Yeah. Meaty girth.
You and your Girth Brooks. Get out of here. All right. Let's move on.
Gunther Brooks. How about that?
Hell in a Cell match. Edge versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor's going to have Damian Priest by his side. Maybe Dominic. And, of course, Edge is going to have Christian.
Supposedly Gangrel.
Is that confirmed?
I don't know.
Rumored Gangrel and Christian in a Brood.
Give it to me. I'm down for
reunion.
I'll take it.
If they're gonna reuse that damn Brood music, give me Gangrel and Christian with it, then.
Yeah,
and then never play it again.
Why? Wow. Yeah, the only time you should do it is with all 3 of them. Why would you just do it with him by himself? It's Gangrel's music.
It is Gangrel's music.
It's a banger too. It's like wow.
Yeah,
all right, I'll go first. I'm going with the Demon Finn to end this shit. That'll end the feud. Edge will be gone for a little bit. Then maybe he'll come back. You
don't like Edge?
I mean, I like Edge, but I think they have to end this shit at some point. You don't bring the Demon back to lose. You bring the Demon back to win. I'm going with Finn.
This is a very important match for Edge. Very important.
Think so?
Yes.
The Edge?
Yes, because his since he's come back has not very been. He's had good moments. You know, he's been a good hand. He's been a good kid.
He's old.
Yeah, I mean he is old, but that's
what we're forgetting.
This is he needs a good showing right here, and
he'll have a good showing and losing as well. So
maybe I'm going to Edge right here. And that will finally end this fucking feud.
Yeah, I hope so. I was critical about this match because of just the fantasy booking of it. of
I
a
told you
Demon
it was
Edge
happening.
and Demon Finn in the Demon Cage.
Told you.
But that promo that they did for Finn on Monday was so good.
It was good.
It brought me back in. I was like, all right, I got to see this fucking match. And the fact that they are using the steel, the gray, original Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I'm on board for the match.
I want somebody to jump off the little thing that covers the ring into the cage, into the ring.
Christian is definitely not making an appearance. I don't believe that.
Man, I think it's happening, dude.
There was one. I looked it up after Tom said it in the chat because I knew I was like, all right, I got to fact check this now. There was one single Twitter account that was saying that was going to happen. I had never heard of that account before in my life.
I can see it happening, man. I can see it happening.
I don't see it happening because of what Christian has become. Like, I don't think Tony Khan would be like very willing for Christian to go do it unless Christian like requested it, then maybe.
Yeah.
But like,
that's what I'm thinking, you know.
I don't know. I just feel like Tony Khan would have kind of a weird feeling about having one of his top heels immediately go back to the spot.
Is he a top heel though?
He's one of the better heels on that brand. That's another conversation for another day.
Yeah, I don't think he's a top heel, but
not a top heel, but he's one of the best heels on.
He's a good heel. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Bright future.
Bright.
Good
hand.
Unless he's on his own, you know.
Good hand. That
Gangrel will probably be there just to even the odds with Damian. Yeah. And I think that's about it, which
create the moments.
But the question is he gonna be fanging and banging?
He's always fanging and banging, baby.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going with Finn on this one because I think you have to capitalize on bringing back the demon. Yeah, there's no way that you could like bring him back.
And have he loses.
He lost to no table.
Yeah, he lost to
not today.
Yeah.
So you can't have him lose again as the demon. And this is Triple H we're talking about. Finn Balor was his golden boy down in NXT. So I could see it honestly, we were talking about Rhea and what would happen if she won the SmackDown title. Maybe this is just a way to kind of start slowly splitting up the Judgment. Like, don't have them like start fighting and everything, but like slowly kind of part ways with the Judgment.
Wow, it sounds like somebody said that earlier in the show.
Yeah, I don't really care. Well, now I'm saying it, so it means something, has value. So,
damn.
Maybe that's what they do. Maybe you start to see Finn Balor back to his kind of NXT. I mean, we saw Kevin Owens kind of revert to his NXT type gimmick with the shirt and the Titantron and all that. Maybe you see kind of that with Finn Balor. Who knows?
All right.
Hey, cough into the mic one more time. I want to hear it in my left ear.
Sorry, I'm still battling my cold. Okay,
you're battling something.
I'm battling you. All right. Quickly, let's talk about this so we can have plenty of time for the main event. Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
Bianca.
Okay,
cool. Spent as much time on that match as the WWE spent on that rivalry.
Yeah,
love
exactly.
it.
That's all it deserves.
Okay, well, now let's talk about the big one. Cody Rhodes versus the Tribal Chief. He's on the island of Relevancy.
Yeah, if you listen to the Chick Foley show, it was a big topic of discussion between myself, Jordan, and Seth last night. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
you know where Seth stands. If you listen to the show,
right. I purposely did not listen yet because I didn't want to listen to your picks, so
we didn't really pick. So what we did last night was basically did a preview. We didn't really do any picks because Jordan was like, I'm not giving any picks. I'm in the picks league. He's like, why would I give away my my answers? But yeah, so we basically just discussed, but that one was heavily contested, the main event, which is, it's a
makes sense
hot topic right now. I mean, it's It's a lot of people that love the number of days shit that's happening. I'm with J-Bone now. Full on board J-Bone. I don't care.
Thank you.
Just I can't. Like I said, I can't wait till he loses so it can be done with.
Right.
It's great that we're in this moment and we've never seen it before, but I don't know, man. It's becoming too much.
The numbers don't lie.
He's not going to reach Hogan. That's another thing. Like they're going to protect Hogan so much. He's not reaching that level of what Hogan had. That's not happening. So why even do this? Just to be behind Bob Backlund? Come on.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So who wants to start here?
I mean, I could start us off on this one.
All right.
Oh boy.
I see you got your little bloodline shirt. What you got?
Yeah,
I do. I want to, you got to wear a wrestling shirt during Mania week. I want to bring our attention to something, which I think is very, very interesting going into this match. And you're not going to believe that I'm going to say this, but I'm sure we've all seen the Bloodlines, the Bloodline Goodfellas commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Which, by the way, fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
That's probably the best commercial for a WrestleMania I've ever seen. It was so good.
And shout out to Tom for not ever watching Goodfellas.
Oh yeah. Like,
what the fuck?
That's
Who's
good.
ever? How have you never seen Goodfellas?
That too. Yeah.
regardless. Taking in, besides all the great acting, there was a little scene, if you missed it, after the little WrestleMania. Oh, WrestleMania goes Hollywood this Saturday and Sunday. Solo leans into Roman. He says, "I think you're a funny tribal chief."
Yeah.
And then Roman kind of looks at Jay and Jimmy like, a little awkward, which I think is interesting because that didn't happen in the movie. Like a very random scene there. And B, why is no one questioning that Solo has all of a sudden become so involved in this Roman and Cody
That's what
story?
I say that last week to you guys.
Maybe you did, and I wasn't listening.
I did. I said he's the
wasn't
sleeper
here,
guy. You got to watch out for him. He's the one that's going to be the.
Well, no. But you've always said, like, Solo's the guy that's going to turn. Watch out for Solo.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like all of a sudden, but he's always just been on the side. No one's been talking about how all of a sudden it's Roman, Cody, and Solo are the main characters in this Roman and Cody story. The whole thing with Solo, you're not ready, and just this past Monday, Solo takes his first loss.
Yeah, I have an answer
Cody.
for that when we get to that. But yeah,
So obviously thought very long about this because I am of the belief that Roman hitting 1,000 days is a very huge milestone. But the only reason why I think that is because it's never going to happen again. Like no one is ever, at least in the next good amount of years, is going to reach that type of level where they can hit 1,000 days.
I love it. No, keep going.
keep going. Keep hyping yourself. Let's go.
I just think that it's like it's a big accomplishment, and to be that short of it is it's just missing the boat on it. Like
let's be right behind Bob Backlund. Yay.
So with all of that into consideration, I'm going with Cody Rhodes. I'm going with Cody Rhodes to win this.
All right.
You can't
That's
I
nice,
came to my senses. You can't you can't have Cody lose this. Like everything and that's why I'm fully expecting like him to lose this and be like, okay, where do we go from here? But Cody's got to win this. He will be the new world champion. Like there has been so much emotion in this entire feud for Cody. Like even being on the bump and, crying that, Rhodes is going to be at the WrestleMania main event and all of this. It's like, how can you book this in a way that Roman wins even by cheating at this point. Like Cody has to win this. And to my point about Sami and KO, if Cody doesn't win, there is no one, and The Rock means no one, that can take this title off of Roman. They can't build anyone up as good as they have built up Cody Rhodes. Not The Rock. No Rock, no Rollins, no Jay. Nothing's happening. This is the only chance you get. If it doesn't happen here, just relinquish the titles because it's never going to happen. So get your WrestleMania moment. Crown Cody as your new guy. I mean, he's sailing in merchandise sales. Listen to the crowd during his entrance. He's giving the weight belts to the kids. How do you not give the title to Cody here? It would be ridiculous not to. This whole story has been built around Cody perfectly. And if they give it to Roman, although it will be very interesting, and I would love it because they obviously got something up their sleeve, you have to give it to Cody. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah. Cool. Mind you, we haven't even seen SmackDown yet. And they're going to have a face-to-face one last time. So we don't even, as you're listening to this or watching this, we have no clue what's going to happen. So something could happen on SmackDown that could totally change our perceptions of what we picked. But yeah, J-Bone, I look at you and you're ready to say something.
Oh, well, I don't have much else to really add. I think they could maybe throw a little monkey in the wrench in this by making it no DQ on SmackDown. I could see that.
Yeah.
But regardless, the merch is out there. The Finish the Story shirt is out there. They're not going to make that shirt and for Cody to lose.
No, I said it.
And yeah, I mean,
WrestleMania shirt.
Yeah. We saw all these figure releases today. We saw a lot more Cody figures than we saw Roman figures.
That's a good point.
And
bringing back defining moments with Cody Rhodes in
Cody Rhodes in it.
Those figures look fantastic.
Yeah, they're bringing back the line.
I love me some defining moments. I might just have to get those. Those look really good.
Get them. Get them all.
It's
this is it. It's Cody. 100%.
I'll just add this. So because my son is a crazy person. He always wants to watch that 2-hour freaking Bloodline story on YouTube. Like I've watched that I don't know how many times so far.
It's so good.
And I'm just gonna bring it back to what Anthony said. Why Solo? Why are they focusing on him? He's a part of the story. So each member of the Bloodline, Roman had we'll do it as chapters. The chapters of the Bloodline story, Roman's obviously the overarching person, right? But then there's chapters within. Roman, chapter 1, Jey Uso. At the beginning of the pandemic. Chapter 2, a returning Jimmy. I'm nobody's bitch. That guy. Chapter 3, we always forget. Paul Heyman was on the outs with Roman Reigns. At one point. Right? Next chapter. Enters Sami Zayn. That's another feud. So Roman has feuded with everybody within the bloodline at one point. It's Solo's turn.
Holy shit. That's a great point.
Come on, dude. You know who you're talking to?
What a great guy.
But yeah, so it's Solo's turn. It's his part of the story where Roman is not sure about each one of those stories. He wasn't sure about where they stood. Jay was at the beginning not willing to do it. Jimmy wasn't willing to do the bloodline thing. Sami was willing, but then being in it, he was not willing anymore. And now you're seeing Solo is kind of wanting to do stuff, but Roman's holding him back. He stops him from doing shit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Solo's supposed to be the enforcer. He's supposed to be like the guy that just takes care of business. I'm in it, but I'm not in it. Like, oh, you want me to go kick the shit out of this dude? Yeah, send me over there. I'll do it. But you're not going to tell me what to do. That's where this storyline's heading, I think. And that's why I keep on thinking it's going to be Solo. Solo's going to be I'm not sure if he's going to be a direct turn on Roman, but he may be the reason why Roman loses. He may be that little monkey in the wrench. If it's a no DQ or something like that. Who knows? If J-Bone, how he put it. Yeah, Cody's winning. I think this is my own conspiracy thing. I think they're trying to erase the legacy of Hulk Hogan. they they have this new American hero.
Reason.
but they, like he's the American Nightmare, the little nightmares he called like the fans and stuff like that, like that whole thing. They replaced Hogan's photo with fucking Cody Rhodes, that iconic flag in the thing.
Love it.
You don't do like Hogan WWE 1-1. You don't think of WWE without thinking of Hogan. They fucking took his likeness away from that iconic pose and put Cody in it. There's no way that dude's losing.
I can't wait till they have Cody slamming Andre the Giant. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, they're gonna they're gonna do an AI video and superimpose Cody of slamming.
Cody versus Omos. That's the
that
next match.
never happened. What, Hogan never slammed Andre? It was always Cody.
I can't wait till Cody's in the back cutting promos like, well, let me tell you something, Byron.
But dude, they found their new like white meat baby face.
Well,
and Cody Rhodes, like,
I'm so glad you brought that up because real quick on the debate, and we're kind of getting close to running out of time, but
they're not starting until 11:10. We have time.
Shush. Okay,
but you're running out of my. Well,
Shush.
I get help,
so on the debate this week, I'm on there representing the RAWDOWN.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the questions is Rhodes the next legacy babyface? And just a quick little preview. And I did say yes, he is, because what you just said, like you just said, he is the next guy, 100%. Now he's not going to have like the run like Cena or Hogan or anything like that. But I think this is where Seth was freaking out today or chat. But I compare it to like a Bret Hart run. Bret Hart ran from 94 to 97.
Yeah.
Or 93 to 97, 4 years, right? I think he'll actually go a little bit longer. I think he'll probably be in there about 5 or 6 years. And then I think he'll probably leave and go back to AEW, to be honest with you. But like I said, listen to the debate. That's for another thing. But I think this is his time. They're planting the flag and the American Nightmare flag in the top of Titan Towers, baby.
Dude, what? Like I said, once I see them, I see them take Hogan out of that pose and put Cody in. Yep. I was like, there's no way. That's an iconic photo. Like, you see that you go 4th of July this year, you see people posting that Hogan photo everywhere of him planting the flag in the ground and happy 4th of July. Dude, they took that and put Cody in its place. Like, and
what do you do with Cody if he doesn't win here?
Exactly.
He goes back to.
I said a random match. Like
I said in our chat, dude. Slowly but surely, he just goes into the mid card status and fucking just windows away somewhere.
The only possible thing that I could see Cody doing. Yeah, there it is. Right there. No. The only thing that I could see them doing with Cody, if he somehow, some way doesn't win here. And it would be ridiculous of them to do it. Turn him heel. Because there's nothing else you could do.
He doesn't want to do that.
Exactly.
He wants to be,
and you can't do it with these merchandise sales. Are you kidding me?
Because
you cannot turn him heel here.
He's already saying like there was like an interview and he was already saying like if he does win, he wants to be like the fighting champion, just like fight every night. Like every week you're gonna see him. That's what he wants to do.
Hell yeah. I'll take that.
Well, yeah, he's gonna no more like.
Do you remember the TNT Open Champion, Open Challenge he did on AEW? Like,
dude, doing that with the world title? Oh,
that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
So, I mean,
let him get 1,000 days.
Dude,
fuck
merch sales.
Maybe I'm tired of Roman. Maybe it's time that he 1,000 days.
Dude, merch sales, figures up the no, dude. He's like the number one merch seller in the company right now.
And I think this is my prediction for next year. I think you run it back, Roman Cody again at 40.
Yeah, probably.
Dude,
Chad made a really good point when I was on Wrestling Tonight on Monday.
Wrestling Tonight.
I forgot about that. And what he said was the next year from Mania 39 to Mania 40 or however long you do it, this is the story of the Bloodline's collapse. And you can tell that story for an entire year. You don't need the Universal Championship on this. This could just be your, like WWE's version of like the Elite, that you just have the Bloodline doing the Bloodline thing, and it's just their story within the confines of Roman, the Usos, and Solo and Paul, and you can carry that for a year. You don't need the Universal title on that. So that's why I also think you can take the title off of Roman at this point. He doesn't really need it anymore.
Yeah, the Bloodline explodes.
Yeah, it's true. I'm excited. I really am. And this is one thing that, like, as we getting closer, I've been down on the card, but as we get closer and closer, just seeing that moment, that moment of him winning gets me fucking pumped. So
and another thing, let's not jump to conclusions with that. You see that belt that's floating around?
No,
belt. That's not it's not real. I mean, it is real, but it's not.
It's not like
I think we could see Winged Eagle on a white strap.
Yeah,
I think it's
that'd be pretty cool. Bring it back.
I think it's coming.
Warrior did it, so
they approved the new title.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Supposedly big gold. Supposedly that was another rumor I heard.
Let's get Winged Eagle.
I'm interested if they're going to go the WWE title route. Like, it has to have the big WWE logo on it for the merchandise and the sports teams.
So you could still do the WWE thing and still have the sports teams on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. The side plates. That's right.
Yeah, because they're doing that now with the Snoop Dogg stuff. So you could still like have that. Like, okay, this is like, Patrick Mahomes carries that title around. He doesn't care. He's just like, he likes it that it's a belt. Yeah. It's got WWE's logo on it. He doesn't care if it's the real thing or not.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Nobody cares about it. It's like, oh, that's a WWE belt. That's all it is. So you could still do that, and then while the adults over here talking about wrestling, we'll have our belt. Let the kids go play with their little fake phony belt.
Yeah, you and your fake sports over there.
That would be cool. We haven't even mentioned and I don't think anyone's mentioned the gold belt that they've been doing with all the celebrities.
Yeah,
that could be a good solution to the whole, allowing the champions to get or the Super Bowl or the NBA champions to have their title. Just have a custom championship.
That's what I just fucking
said. No, I'm reiterating that. Like, that's a good idea. You have it's not like an official WWE title, but it's it's just the logo.
It's like
I'd like that
title.
Yeah.
Maybe the big gold title that they're carrying around with the celebrities is like kind of a preview of that. Like, that's going to be a variation of that championship that's given to the sports teams. I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
One quick little prediction here. I don't know if we'll put this towards a prediction championship. Just kind of switching gears before we get out of here. Next 3 months, do we see a sale coming?
Next 3 months.
I don't know.
Seems kind of fast.
That's not the answer I was looking for.
That's my answer.
Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Yeah.
I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna go
sell. No.
I'm gonna go no. Because supposedly there's talks about that gearing up here after Mania. So,
that's what. Actually, let me bring this up, and I don't want to scare anyone, but
oh god,
we haven't heard. So I brought this up with Paul Heyman, and it's not. We record this before SmackDown, so we don't know what's going to happen. But we have not heard. Another indication of Roman losing is we have not heard Paul Heyman's famous catchphrase.
It's not a prediction; it's a spoiler.
You haven't heard that once yet. If we hear it tomorrow night, we might have to change our picks. But other than that, we haven't heard it.
It has been broken once. I think Paul said it.
I think so. Yeah.
For Seth.
Yeah.
So it happened once.
Seth at the Royal Rumble match, you mean?
No. Mania 35.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe for Drew, but I don't think so.
Well, I don't know if
I
you
don't
can
think so.
count that because that's a run-in.
I mean,
If
yes,
it's not
you
like
can
a-
count that.
What do
I'll have to
you
go back and do a little research.
What
Yeah.
For Seth?
Yeah.
No, Mania 35.
Oh,
He
35. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. All right. Well, that throws that out the window.
It was either Seth or Drew. I know it was one of those Manias.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure.
Huh. All right. Well, maybe that's
If
why
he
hasn't
does
said
say it, I think that's indication that Cody is definitely going to win.
it. Yeah.
Because how
Well, yeah.
much longer can he say that without it being?
I mean, like I said, I'm glued to SmackDown tomorrow night because I got to see like what if it's going to change my mind or outlook on. It's going to be the last face-to-face of Roman and Cody. Like, what could Roman say that he hasn't said already?
I'm going to a Po' Boy festival tomorrow night.
Nice. I'm going to go to a kid's birthday party tomorrow night. Not during SmackDown, but before. Yeah.
Can I just throw out there? Are we going to see any big surprises at Mania? Do you think anyone is returning, debuting, or are they going to hold off until Raw?
I think they're going to hold off to Raw.
Yeah. I mean,
Who
we
do you
talked
think
about
they're going to hold off until Raw on.
You'll see celebrities pop up during the like the 2 nights, but I mean,
I've heard there's a rumor that Lil Uzi Vert is apparently
yeah,
supposed to be.
that was a rumor. Yeah, I seen that. You
He
would think
was
they'd
at
wait
the,
till
he was at the Dynamite that I was at 2 years ago. He made like a random appearance in the middle of the show.
you would think they would wait till next year because he's from Philly and it's in
He is?
Philadelphia. Why? Yeah.
Oh well, Meek Mill's going to be Universal Champion.
Oh
by that
yeah,
point, so.
yeah, that's true. Meek Mill's probably going to be at.
I think Will Smith is going to be Will Smith and
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
I
have a
am
match.
very scared to go to Philadelphia. If anyone wants to go to Mania, Philadelphia, that's kind of a risk. I'll say that much.
Interesting.
That's scary there.
I don't know much about Philly. I've never been there, so
You'll learn.
Do some Googles on Philadelphia.
I mean, I know they boo Santa Claus.
That's true. I'm talking about the areas of Philadelphia.
All right.
Yeah, do
West
some YouTube
Philadelphia?
searches. Born and raised.
On the playground is where it's been. He doesn't know the lyrics. All right, wrap it up.
I suck.
Yeah.
All right. It's time.
Hey, yo.
It's time to end the show.
Marco.
Yeah.
Chick Foley.
New episode of Chick Foley minus Chick Foley out right now. It's just myself,
great.
Jordan.
Is it the show?
This is called
Yeah,
the show.
it's just the show. It's the blank show with Jordan, Seth, and Marco. Yeah, no, she was feeling under the weather, so it was boys night, and I think we did a pretty good job. I think we carried the load, as they like to say. So yeah, we couldn't do all the listener mail. We can only do WrestleMania oriented questions because per order of the boss lady, she didn't want us to do like the life questions and all that stuff because she likes doing those. So next week when we hop on, we'll get those questions going. Yeah, I mean tonight I'm still keeping it a secret right now, but me and Seth are recording a pilot episode for a new show on the Chick Foley feed. So you'll I think it's gonna debut next week. We'll drop the pilot, but yeah, we're recording it tonight, and I think it's a nice little break. We'll say nice little stroll down memory lane. That's all I'm gonna give you. But
Love it.
yeah, obviously Chick Foley and IG, Chick Foley Show on the Twitter machine. Follow me there, and chickfoley.com to find all the happenings, all the happenings.
Yeah. I'll go real quick. Coming down the pod.com this week, I've got Mike, aka the Dusty Rhodes guy.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Great
that was
fucking
awesome.
get.
And he's a great dude, by the way. He's
He's
hilarious.
a great guy.
Of course, if you're not familiar with him, he recently, of course, he's the guy that dresses up like Dusty Rhodes, and Cody actually invited him to the ring, and he kind of tells that story, and He talks about, meeting actually Dusty's wife, Michelle, and his daughter. We talk about polka dots. We talk about, and the watch long is actually Dusty's first ever, his return match to WWF back in 1989. And it was against Ted DiBiase. So check that out for sure. Coming down the iPod.com. And next week, Miles and I will probably be doing a list on top 10 Jake the Snake matches. So
all right. And you can catch the Titantron every week. Last week episode, it's getting a lot of good reviews and positive feedback. So thank you to all who listened to it. This week, it's probably going to drop either tomorrow or Saturday. You're going to get, obviously, WrestleMania preview and predictions. We had a good episode. We recorded it tonight. Good, very solid episode from us. So get ready and get set to hear our preview and predictions. Also, we are now on Apple Podcasts, so make sure that you drop a 5-star and leave a nice review for us because we do need those. But just support the Titantron at the Titantron on Instagram. Give us a follow, leave us a like, comment, do all that you need to do to show your support. And
baseball season's back. Astros.
Did the Mets win? I didn't even check.
Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Justin Verlander went down for an injury. So goodbye.
But we're 1-0, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Anyways, that's not the baseball podcast, but it needs to be. Yeah, so let's do this.
Let's do it. You want me to do it?
Yeah, you go. You do it.
I'll test your graphics.
Yeah, do it.
As you can find us everywhere over at theturnbuckletavern.com. Listen to all of our podcasts on Apple and Spotify. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms to get the latest on the Turnbuckle Tavern. Just join our community because we're having a great time over here. Make sure to support us with your monies. Go over to prowrestlingtees.com/tavern to get a t-shirt for all of your favorite tavernites. Young Anthony, Boney, Shivani, Marco, everyone's got a shirt here. And if that's not enough for you, then go over to Teespring. Over on theturnbuckletavern.com, you can get the official RAWDOWN logo on t-shirts and mugs and shirts and everything else that you need, including get ready for Backlash with the Mr. Backlash shirt. He's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, call the Tavern at 304-404-2004. That's the number to call to hear the message played on the flagship show. Call us, leave us a message, let us know that you like today's episode and that you want to hear more from the RAWDOWN, and give us some advice on how we can improve, and I'm sure that we will all take it to heart. 304-404-2004 is the number to call. Folks, we will see you next week when we have a still RAWDOWN predictions champion. I'll be holding on to the longest reign, very, very tight, snug, and stiff. We'll see you next week. But until then, as always,
life sucks, and then you die.